Lesbian fiasco.
Lesbian fiasco.
Lesbian fiasco.
I'm Nikki.
And I'm Monte.
And this is the Lesbian Fiasco.
Lesbian Fiasco.
Perfect, because this is the Lesbian Fiasco.
Yeah. I don't even really know what this is.
This is season 2 of the Lesbian Fiasco,
a sapphic fiction storytelling podcast.
The two of us read stories we have written, but the other has not read. We email the stories after we begin recording so the other does not have a chance to read ahead.
There are no rehearsals.
If you're enjoying the podcast, please follow, rate, and share.
Enjoy the fiasco and all the unhinged cringe.
All right, let's get on with the show. This is Lesbian Part 6. Well, here's to new friends and old. New beginnings.
Hear, hear.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
The restaurant's seaside sales slowly dies down as it gets closer to closing time. The group of 4 carry on into the evening. Dana and Nora lead in the conversation at the table, while Fran and Emily give each other the occasional side-eye. Nora looks back to Emily between lulls in the conversation to see a deflated Emily focusing on her dinner plate and forever emptying wine glass.
Well, this has been such an interesting evening. Nora, thank you so much for dinner. You're such a doll. I wish I could repay you. I'll leave the tip?
Sure. Oh, the pleasure is mine, Dana. So lovely to meet you two. Emily, would you accompany me back to the inn? It's a beautiful night.
Yeah, but first I gotta go take a piss. I'll catch up with y'all. Go on ahead.
I gotta go too, but I'll wait until Emily goes. After you, Emily.
Oh, whatever. The bathroom has like 5 stalls. Don't be weird, Fran. You go too. I'll be outside with Nora. Let's go, Nora.
Okay, lead the way. Emily and Fran head to the bathroom as Nora and Dana exit the restaurant to the parking lot. Nora grabs her silk blouse and tries to put it on outside, missing the arm several times.
Here. I got you, girl. Let me hold that for you.
Thanks, Dana. I'm such a klutz.
Are you kidding? Aside from stabbing your eye earlier, I've noticed you this evening to be so naturally elegant.
Nora feels her face get warmer. She flicks up her collar to mask her cheeks. No one's ever called me that before.
Well, they all must be blind. Say, let's get a head start and start walking.
No, I'm sure Emily is going to.
Nora, you have to admit this is pretty weird. Our dates dated each other before?
Oh my goodness, I know. I haven't processed that yet.
Come on, doll. Walk with me. We aren't the awkward ones. Don't shrivel up from secondhand embarrassment. Oh. I have an idea. I have an assortment of macaroons back in my room and some white wine in the trunk of my car. Let's have a tasting party.
I don't know. I'm sure that was just for you and Fran.
Nora, Fran and I are practically strangers compared to her and Emily. They know each other. I want to get to know you more.
Maybe you're right. Okay, let's go.
Race you back.
No, you cheated. Meanwhile, back in the bathroom, Emily and Fran are side by side in the stalls.
Damn it.
You okay over there?
I'm fine.
Need some toilet paper?
No.
Yeah, you do. Think I'm dumb? I could tell from that sound of frustration. Here you go. It's on the house. Fran gets a handful of toilet paper and passes it underneath the stall wall.
Thanks.
Fran chuckles under her breath as they wash their hands. Emily notices Fran smiling to herself in the mirror's reflection.
Something funny?
No, I just... Yeah, actually something is funny.
Spit it out.
I see you're still the same Emily from years ago.
Sounds like you're about to say something I don't need to hear.
Jesus. I just think it's funny that you can't even ask for toilet paper when you need it. And that is such a perfect metaphor for our relationship.
This evening has been, for the lack of better term, a nightmare seeing you, Fran. Please just go back to Dana. I am sure she misses you and wants an explanation as to why you were eyeing me the whole night.
This evening has been pretty shocking, but I wouldn't say nightmare. Dana and I don't work like that. She's not jealous, and we aren't together. We're just fooling around.
Non-committal? Huh.
Not that you need to know, but yeah. Since breaking up with you, I haven't been in a committed relationship. I guess you broke that spell.
What spell?
Of wanting commitment, Emily. Because you never could. I don't even try anymore. I'm just having fun now. Maybe you turned me into you. Except I have more emotional intelligence.
You pursued me, and I allowed it, even though you weren't my type. I always put it plain and simple. I didn't want a title. I wasn't stringing you along. I was always open and honest. You're just mad you played yourself.
Oh, God, I guess that's your truth, pal. Can't reason with crazy. And from what I'm picking up, you're still crazy.
Nightmare. Please excuse me so I can catch up to Nora.
Real interesting you chose to move here, Emily.
You know I always liked it.
Did I? Every time I took you here, you always complained you wanted to go back to the city. Now look at you, a small town dyke.
Yeah? Well, now you know I live here. I'd appreciate it if you never came back.
Sure, you ran away from all your exes and friends and problems. You wouldn't want them to find you.
I'm out of here.
Emily dries her hands and walks out of the bathroom and through the empty restaurant to outside. Fran follows suit right behind her. Guess they got a head start. Ugh, great. Come on, Emily. Let's get back to the inn so we can disperse to our dates.
Nah. I'll leave when I get back so I don't have to see you again. When are you two leaving so I can know how long to stay away?
3 days from now? Maybe. You know, I was thinking of buying some property here before I realized you'd be here too.
Hopefully you've changed your mind about that.
Yep. Unfortunately, this island is not big enough for the both of us.
Finally. Something we can agree on.
Actually, what if I did still get a property here?
Well, then you'd have to get a P.O. box because I wouldn't want to deliver your mail.
Oh, you're a mail deliverer now. Look at you, holding down a job. Nice. You know, jobs take commitment. Maybe things are looking up for you out here.
Jesus. Here we go.
I am a little tipsy, Dana.
Me too. Okay, now I want you to close your eyes and open your mouth.
Nora smiles as she closes her eyes and hesitantly opens her mouth. Dana reaches behind her on the bed and chooses a macaroon from the box and places it delicately to Nora's mouth.
Okay, now bite down.
That is so good.
Nuh-uh. No peeking. Savor it. Now tell me what you think.
That one is definitely pistachio.
Are you sure?
I think so. Can I open my eyes?
Yes, of course. Let me taste it. Mmm. Hang on. Yes, Mmm. Yes, I think you're right. 3 for 3, Nora. Mmm. You have an amazing palate.
Did you say an amazing palate?
I don't know. Hang on. Do you want me to go?
You don't have to have your finger in your mouth.
That's how the only way I can pretend like I'm chewing sometimes.
It's not that, I mean, it's not like a huge bite, you know?
Just like
Like a hamburger-sized macaron. Like,
so we put the whole thing in there. You have an amazing palate.
I think I just love food. Thank you. These are so good.
I got them at the best French patisserie in town.
All I'm saying is, you're going to keep making the same mistakes if you don't go to therapy, Emily. I did it. I'm still in therapy, and I needed those years to be able to work through all the mental games you played with me. And the thing is, you don't even know you're playing them.
I'm sure you're real proud of yourself, Fran. Get off your soapbox. You're wasting both of our time.
Really? I'm doing you a favor. And honestly, I know there's a fat chance you'd actually listen to me, but I'm hoping some of it sticks. Your avoidance is a detriment to everyone around you. Nora is a lovely lady. I don't want you to hurt her.
You don't know shit, Fran. Come on. Who said I was even committed to Nora? Nobody did.
Playing everyone for the fool. Business as usual for you, I see. Then just let her go, Emily. From what I've learned from Nora, she's a nice person, and I wouldn't want to see her waste her time with you.
Typical talk coming from an ex.
Wait, what? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, she said it.
What the hell?
I'm sorry, did you just refer to me as your ex?
Ex something. Ex, like just somebody that I used to know.
Oh, okay. Somebody you used to know. Walking back on your words. Yeah, I get it. You weren't referring to me as your ex-girlfriend because we were never in a relationship, right? Right?
We were open. If you didn't like that, you could have left earlier. The door was always open.
Yeah, I should have left earlier.
We just weren't compatible, Fran. Get over it. I moved on.
Whoa, excuse me, what? If you mean moving on by skipping town, then yeah, you did move on. I was constantly gaslit into staying with you. I was never the clingy type, but I stayed because I cared for you. You shared your trauma with me about your past, and I guess I'm just a sappy fool that cared. My problem was that I cared.
Seems like you still do.
Don't give me that. Even if a person is shitty, I still care. I care for humanity. Kill me, why don't you?
Here's the last of the bottle.
This wine is so good. Thank you so much, Dana, for making this night magical.
It's been magical getting to know you, Nora. Okay, now you're 7 for 7. If you get the last one right, you get a prize.
A prize? Pressure's on.
Yes, it is. Oh, no pressure. Are you ready?
Yes.
Close your eyes and open your mouth. Make sure all your taste buds are in agreement.
Don't make me laugh.
Oh, sorry. Now tell me, what do you think it is?
Well, it's obviously a citrus flavor, but it's not just citrus. I taste a hint of raspberry, too. But you know what it really reminds me of?
Say it.
Is it blood orange?
Oh my God, you did it! 8 out of 8.
Oh, I surprised myself.
That is very impressive, Nora.
I win!
You deserve a prize.
Okay, tell me, what's my prize?
I don't know yet. I'll think of something.
Okay, but I'm going to hold you to it.
Oh, you, have a little crumb on your lip.
Oh, can you get it for me?
Here, let me get you. Your lips are so soft.
Dana runs her thumb across Nora's lips. The two lock eyes as Nora starts leaning in. Dana reacts by placing her hand under Nora's chin. Their lips meet, both warm and soft, enwrapped in sweetness. The soft light of the lamp shines in the room and the smooth melodies play Kalela from the JBL speaker. They are unknowing and uncaring of the drama that has unfolded outside. Fran and Emily fight a little bit longer, and Emily leaves in her car. Fran goes for a walk down the island road afterwards to clear her mind. Finn.
This is WLEZ, Part 6.
We hope you are having a great day as the world crumbles around.
Cookie, we agreed. This episode, we'd keep it upbeat. Let people have a break from reality.
I'm sorry, Bubba. And you are right. It's just hard to ignore, and I'm surprised that more of the population isn't terrified.
I agree. We've all been taken aback and surprised by recent events, but as my truck driving mama would say, we gotta keep on keeping on.
Surprised? You're surprised by what's happening?
Well, yes, Casey. Aren't you?
Let's see. Am I surprised that we are being controlled by a tyrannical oligarchy fascist? No.
Interesting take, Casey.
Would you care to elaborate, Casey?
In 1492, Columbus claimed to have discovered a new land. Discover is funny, since there were already 1.5 million indigenous people living here. By the 1900s, that number would fall to fewer than 300,000. Then the Founding Fathers, 7 patriarchal, slave-owning, misogynistic colonizers who led the 13 colonies and placed their plantations on stolen land, monopolized any new business. I mean, the creation of the Electoral College to override popular vote was designed for them. They literally required property ownership in order to be eligible to vote. Only the wealthy were allowed to have a say. I mean, you want to talk about someone on a power trip? John Adams. Such an insecure piece of shit on a power trip. He made it illegal to say anything negative about the president or any branch of government. Hell, even the grandson of Benjamin Franklin wasn't safe. B. Frank Jr. wrote something like, the president was a toothless old cripple with no hair. Then he was beaten within inches of his life in his own home. He and his wife would receive death threats for years to come. Washington promised to free his slaves upon his death, but when he died, his will only released one, and the other 122 were split up to his family and kept shackled for the duration of their lives. While we're on topic, Thomas Jefferson, known for his famous quote, "All men are created equal," realized quickly how cost-effective it was to own slaves, and quickly became a capitalist pig owning the most child slaves, forcing them into lifelong labor. It doesn't end there. That's just the tip of the iceberg. So, am I surprised that the USA has gone back to our roots? No. My advice would be for us all to leave. Go to New Zealand, Austria, or Switzerland. They rank highest on the global peace scale from creation of their countries to current day.
I'm unsure of how to respond. Bubba, what do you think?
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Casey, are you a history major?
No, it's just a hobby. I'm a communications and journalist major.
Well, Casey, I gotta say, I think we have underestimated your intelligence.
I agree. But wow. There are probably some history nerds listening now that all just screamed their bloomers.
Bloomers? Now why would they be wearing bloomers?
I know a little history myself, but it's limited to undergarments.
Well, now that's interesting, Cookie. Quick, what did ancient Egyptians wear under their pants?
Well, they wore loincloths, or as they called, the shinty. Often only the wealthy wore clothing over them. Slaves worked naked, or in a shinty.
Does all history lead right back to some form of slavery?
Pretty much yes.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Well, that is depressing. But on that note, let's pause for our first commercial break.
I see it. Are you tired of dedicating hours to doing yard work? Make somebody else do it. Give us a call at...
No, bad timing.
Yeah, we did not know that was the advertisement that was going to air. And we do apologize.
I will say they do a fantastic job. Colonel Green Thumb takes great care of my lawn and it looks plush and healthy. They send out a crew of queers who work tirelessly.
Okay, Cookie, that sounds so nice.
Wow, you guys are on thin ice.
Thank you for that, Casey. Very kind of you to point out.
Why don't we move on to Cookie's favorite part of the show? Prank calls!
Like music to my ears. I'll take the reins on this one.
Listeners, we call this our Shot in the Dark call. We're going to dial a random number and Cookie improvs a prank call.
Thank you for calling Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
Well, that was unfortunate.
Do you want to try again?
Let's go for it, Cookie. Another shot in the dark. What do you say?
Thank you for contacting the Center for Disease Control. How may I direct your call?
I think I have measles.
What? Really? You couldn't think of anything else? Measles is spreading like a wildfire, and
Why would you bring up wildfires at a time like this?
Hey, guys.
Okay, it's gonna work.
Oh, I hope this one works.
Thank you for calling the Long Island Fire Department. Is this an emergency?
Sorry, wrong number.
Cheese and crackers. Talk about striking out.
I need a stiff drink.
I thought you were on the wagon.
That wagon, like the Oregon Trail, crashed and burned.
Did everyone on board die of dysentery too?
Casey, are you a fan of dark humor?
Totes. That's my favorite movie genre.
Are you one of those women who relaxes by watching documentaries about serial killers?
Oh, very much so. I like to mix myself up a nice mocktail, usually just cranberry and tonic with lime, fall asleep on my love seat all curled up in a cozy blanket to the sound of screams and cries for help.
Well, it's interesting. I just read an article that says psychologists warn it's a bad sign if crime documentaries relax you.
You read an article, Cookie?
Well, I watched a TikTok where someone was quoting an article. But yes, it's a true study.
I don't disagree. There's a dark side in all of us, you know?
Actually, I don't know, Casey. My idea of relaxing involves me sipping a Mai Tai in my hot tub on my deck, overlooking the city below. And when I hear gunshots in the distance, I pretend they're cute little fireworks. Someone's having a barbecue and the kids lighting firecrackers. Those were the days.
Indeed, Cookie, those were the days. You know, I took firecrackers to school with me when I was in the 3rd grade. I hid them in Miss McGiner's desk. When we were all taking a test, I quietly crawled my way up there and lit the fuse. Good times, good times.
Wow. Although I am not surprised you were a mischievous one. The class clown, no doubt.
Wait, did you say Miss McGiner? As in Miss McGiner at Westbrook Elementary?
That is the one, Casey.
Casey, how in the world have you heard of this?
She died. Miss McGiner died along with 4 other people in that school.
You know, Casey, I don't think we're talking about the same incident.
I'm sure there are plenty of Miss McGiners out there.
Who worked at Westbrook?
Well, that is quite the coincidence, but stranger things have happened. Like the time I had a near-death experience. I was standing on the edge of a cliff at Black Shell Rock when the entire thing collapsed. I was able to grab the roots of a tree before meeting what would have been my untimely death. I crawled my way back up to the top. I survived because my will to live was stronger than gravity and because of the tree roots.
Black Shell Rock? That is a coincidental case. Wasn't there a big investigation? 2 other people also fell?
Yes, unfortunately. Okay. Yes. Unfortunately, I lost the love of my life and a great friend that day. There was an investigation. The great police and detectives did an excellent job. They went above and beyond to make sure there was no foul play, which is exactly what I would want in the event of my demise.
I never knew that about you, Cookie. I'm very sorry for your loss. That is absolutely tragic.
Yeah, the court documents said that there was evidence of a struggle and appeared they were pushed off of that cliff that appeared to have fallen days before the fall took place. They hired environmental investigators and everything. But then, suddenly the case was closed and the investigation dismissed. You were dissolved of any charges.
My, Casey, you certainly do take your history and crime investigation hobby seriously, don't you? That's nice to have a hobby. I certainly need to find one of my own. I try and try, but nothing sticks, you know?
How about arson? Didn't they call you Bubbles McPharson? You spent 2 weeks in a mental hospital, then the strangest thing. Anywhere you moved, fires popped up. But nobody has been able to charge because there's never any trail.
Casey, you might want to lay off the shows. Your imagination is running away from you. I heard the new trending hobby is knitting and crocheting.
Oh, you like that, huh? You don't want to talk about the other person who mysteriously vanished from your life a few years ago.
You know what, Casey? I think you should shut the fuck up for a little while.
Normally I tell Bubba to cool her jets with the language, but in this case I have to agree. Casey, you should probably shut the fuck up.
I'm just joshing with you both. Wow, I really had the two of you sweating bullets. Bullets. Get it?
No.
No.
You know, 'cause crime and all.
Well, I think that's enough of this fiasco. Bubba, what do you say?
Hell yes, I need a fucking drink. Does that hot tub have room for two?
Absolutely. Let's get out of here.
How about room for 3?
No!
Jeez, okay, fine. I guess I'll go play detective and try to solve some cold cases then.
I was just kidding. Casey, of course there's room for you.
She thought we were seriously serious. Oh, Casey, so gullible. Let's all get out of here.
As for our listeners, enjoy these relaxing tunes and remember, the doom scroll does nothing for your mental stability. Get outside and play.
That's right. Find yourself a nice, calming hobby.
Touch grass.
As always, thanks for listening to your only queer radio station, WLEZ
96.3.
Now go do something that makes you happy today.
Finn!